Hello, everyone. Welcome to Osquery office hours. Here we are in March, and at least here in Boston, it's starting to snow. So hopefully nice weather wherever people are for whatever they would like their weather to be. Anyhow, well, welcome to Osquery office hours. Um, First section is announcements or highlights since the last meeting. I don't quite remember if it was since the last meeting or not, but we do have a 5.8.1 in beta now, and we can talk about that down in the agenda. Any other announcements? Okay. Next item on our agenda is sort of a standing questions, issues, PRs time. This is meant as a bit of an open session for anyone to ask questions. I see we have a new person, so welcome to office hours. If there's anything you want to talk about, now's a great time to bring it up.
I'm mostly here to lurk.
Well, welcome.
JD is a new member of our team at Fleet doing community advocacy stuff. So glad to see you here, JD.
Well, welcome aboard, JD. I know Zach from a while ago. Okay, sounds like no questions. So on to our very short agenda today. The first item is the 5.8 release. So I've had that running on our beta fleet for a little while. I haven't had any problems.
Yep, we pushed it out to Fleet's Edge channel about 2 weeks ago or whenever. I think basically the day that the release was cut, and haven't noticed any issues. I just double checked, and we've got a bunch of online hosts. The automated tests are running right.
I say we declare it stable then.
I agree.
Okay, I'll go clicky. Maybe I'll clicky them after the meeting or something. But cool. We'll call it stable.
Sweet. Congratulations, everyone. This was a hard one release.
It was actually. Yeah. So for I guess we tried to release it last meeting, and we ran into a lot of disk space issues on the runners. So then we had to condense the tests. We had each test was building on its own binary, which causes a huge explosion in disk space. And with some Trail of Bits guidance, I unwound some of that, and we created fewer binaries. And then it built, and everyone was happy. So hopefully this will buy us a little bit more runway. I'm just clicking buttons here.
Thank you, Seth, for doing that work to make it happen.
No problem. Thanks to Trail of Bits for really getting that set up in an easy way. So Stefano and Alessandro showed me how, and I ran with it.
As always, thank you, Trail of Bits. For sure, your contributions are huge to making this possible.
Okay. I am still clicking the countless buttons to make things stable, but yeah, we really need to redo the code sign tooling. But well, we'll get there someday. Sure, we can re-upload. We can re-upload. Yes. Oh, how does this even work? Yeah, I think this will do the right thing. Sure. Okay. Great. We'll try that. Yeah, I think that's our agenda items. People want to talk about anything else, or could go looking at PRs or something? Could go look at our security things. Okay, I guess let's look at the security things. There are none. All done.
Wow, this is going to be the shortest Osquery office hours meeting ever.
It might be pretty short. Okay. Let's look at the PRs. If we got any PRs people wanna try and look
I was
at.
wondering if anyone managed to try out the experimental BPF features.
I haven't.
Yeah, we may have follow-up code for that in the future, maybe. Depends on how much time we have, free time. But yeah, I'm still interested in any kind of feedback people might have.
Alessandro, did TrailerBits have customers who are looking to start using that?
Not really. This is an advancement of the libraries I've been working on. And the main goal there was to make it more accessible for developers. While also, like, it should be easier to extend. And it should have less portability issues compared to things like VCC or other libraries that require kernel headers. And also, yeah, I wanted to have better container support because I had a half attempt in the first iteration of the tables, but the C group ID wasn't really. I initially thought it was enough, but in fact, it's really hard to use in practice. So I was trying to have something better in usability and performance. And this is still an experiment, so it is still incomplete. But if there's any feedback from anyone, I'm interested in hearing.
This is, if I remember from looking at the PR, it'll put the Podman container name or something like that.
So it is not able to access the container name, but it is able to get the container ID and also the backend name. Like, I think it only supports Docker Podman right now, but in the future we can more easily extend it and also look into nested containerization.
Nested containerization. Which is, as far as I'm aware, not very commonly used, right? Is anyone else familiar with like common use cases of nested containers?
It wouldn't surprise me if it shows up in CI systems.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that's probably the big one. It wouldn't totally surprise me if it showed up in like some large company that had, an internal container running service and you built like a thing with a sidecar. But that would be weird because if you were big enough to do that, you were probably also big enough to help people not do that. So CI sounds like yeah, but I'm not sure how often it is. I'm sure I encountered instructions for it in GitHub Actions once upon a time when I was staring pretty hard at that. But I don't know if it gets used in practice.
Yeah, I guess you can still nest C groups without having to use real nested containers, like the full set of user namespaces. But yeah, I noticed someone mentioned it. I actually never used any kind of thing like that, or I've never seen it, but some people used it. And so, yeah.
Well, we could just have a short meeting.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
It's pretty good to me too, honestly. So, anyone want to say anything else? If not, thank you all, and a pleasure as always.
Hopefully this is more than enough time to shovel your driveway, Saf.
It's not sticking yet.
Salt it.
We'll see what the night brings. So.
What the night brings. Awesome. All right. Cool.
Well,
thank you,
nice
everyone.
see some faces and enjoy your surprise 45 minutes.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.